Normally, an oxygen atom contains 16 mass units in its nucleus, 8 neutrons and 8 protons. But certain oxygen atoms have 18 units instead. Now, during the Cretaceous ages...
Have I been talking shop all night?
Only since the shrimp cocktail.
It's just the excitement. The appointment coming through today. Let's not go home yet. Let's really celebrate. Go someplace where every neutron is 90 proof and every atom is bottoms up. How about one of those wonderful dives, you know, where nobody ever thinks about tomorrow?
The kind you took me out of when you married me.
Any regrets?
Of course not, darling. Oh, that's not our waiter.
What difference does it make?
But I know that man. He's not a waiter.
This is Lieutenant Conrad.
How do you do?
Your identification was correct, Mrs. Keel. The man who made an attempt on your husband's life was Ike Garson.
I knew I recognized him. Will he admit that it was O'Shea who hired him?
Garson's not about to admit anything. We picked him up in an alley an hour ago. Dead. Shotgun. Whoever hired him to kill your husband did this, too. He might say he received a bad set of notices for his performance last night.
There's only one way to protect my husband. Arrest Eddie O'Shea.
On what charge?
You know he's behind this.
I know lots of things, but that doesn't make me judge and jury, too. Marla. Marla. Marla, try to understand it's a big town. We've got lots of Eddie O'Shea's to watch, and we've got nothing on Eddie.
You call her Marla? Who is she?
A little while before you joined up, she used to sing in a dive on Gilmore Street. But every cop in town, me included, and every hood, fell in love with her. I guess it was the way she sang. Just between her and you. Personal. But she only really loved one guy.
Well, she's sure in there pitching for him now.
But her husband is not the guy.
Oh?
There's just one man for this job, and headquarters has already assigned him to it. He's a policeman who works undercover. He felt the same way about Marla as she felt about him. All she knows about him is that he's a hood, a racket boy. She doesn't have the least idea that he's a policeman.
Nothing had changed. From up here, the city still looked the same. Every street a hardened artery, every block a muscle, and every doorway a fist in your face. I hadn't changed either, or forgotten any of it. This was the city I'd promised myself never to return to because of Marla. But the headquarters hadn't seen it that way. So the tightrope led me right back to Marla. She had no idea that I was a policeman assigned to undercover. She knew me as a racket boy who had walked into her life and out of it again. Marla had been the singer at Larry's club. Larry hadn't changed either. He was an old friend of Marla's and mine.
Jimmy!
Larry! Still wearing those dark glasses, huh?
Why not? If I ever took a good look at this dump, I'd sell it. But I figure if an ostrich could bury its head in the sand, I can bury myself in a smoke-filled cellar. Here, a reunion drink. We all wondered, what took you away?
Well, I don't remember exactly. I think it was an airplane.
Same old Jimmy. No questions answered.
I noticed the stand's gone. No singers anymore?
Who could follow Marla?
You mix a pretty fair reunion drink, Larry. but this time a little less old lang syne to go with it. Okay?
Okay. That's the way you want it.
That's exactly the way I want it.
This way you hang your hat?
Do me a favor, Larry. Keep it under yours, huh?
Sure.
I told Larry to keep this place under his hat. He's got too big a hat.
Too big a heart. Have you been, Jimmy?
Uphill, downhill, you know. How's it with you and your husband? How about a drink? You'd almost think I was expecting it. Still like champagne?
You never get over liking it once you've tasted the good years. They spoil you for everything else. Oh, Jimmy, why did you go and leave me?
I told you then. I'm already married.
Oh, yes, I know what you told me. I'm already married and we got 6 hard-nosed kids, all 38 caliber.
And she's been a good wife. Always get me places like this to live in.
To get you buried in. You can't go on breaking the law forever, playing the
And
right.
she never talks back, Marla. Not unless I tell her to.
If you only knew how I've prayed you'd come back. Jimmy, what am I going to do?
Go home to your husband, Marla.
It's more than that now. I need your help. Paul was one of the witnesses at Eddie O'Shea's trial. O'Shea managed to buy off or frighten all the other witnesses, all but Paul. Paul's testimony sent him to prison. It was almost 2 years ago. Now, O'Shea is out. A few nights ago, a hired killer tried to kill Paul.
Yeah, I know. Ike Garson. They found him laid out in an alley.
I know it was O'Shea who sent him. The police think so, too, but they don't have any proof. Jimmy, can you help me?
I can have a little talk with O'Shea.
I don't want anything to happen to you either.
Well, you just keep Paul in cold storage for a couple of days, huh?
Well, it's hard to do. He's wrapped up in a world of his own. He's a geobiologist, you know.
Now, that you're going to have to spell out for me.
He studies ancient life. He's so wrapped up in the past, he's not too aware of the present. I'm used to that now. He deserves a future. All he needs is just 48 hours. That's how close it is.
48 hours?
He just got an appointment to the Middle East. O'Shea doesn't know he's leaving.
He's leaving? Without you?
I haven't told him I'm not going. But how can I now that you're back?
What do you know? A nickel's worth of nothing just blew in. I'd like to go around with you a couple of times, O'Shea. I'll handle that sometime. When I got a little less on my mind. Could there be less? That's enough, honey. Go get changed and wait in my office for me. I think I'll be able to use you. Bumped anybody lately, Capataz?
I gotta look in my diary.
What do you want, smart boy? A little attention. And a few moments silence in memory of Ike Garson. I just heard he bought 6 feet of silence. How much more do you want? I liked Ike. He did me a big favor the last time I was in this town. I figured to square things with the guys who left him dead in the alley. You better not make Capataz unhappy. His right hook isn't very funny. And he thinks he's pretty tough. You mean he isn't sure?
Look, I listen to the program every day. I don't like for some guy to come in and cut it off.
You've got a lot lot to learn, baby. Come on your feet. I don't want to fight you. If I fight you, I gotta kill you. And I don't want to kill you until I find out who put Ike in the box.
You make a move, you're in the boneyard. Capataz. See what he's wearing.
Explain.
How reckless of you. Now let's go back a ways. What's all this jazz about squaring Ike's account?
Like I say, I intend to bury the guys who did it. From where I stand, you ordered the hit, O'Shea.
From where you stand, you don't stand very straight. In a minute, you could look like that tower they got in Italy. Capataz, fix him a little, huh?
Go ahead, Eddie. That boy's got a big belly. He'll take most of it. And after you're finished, I'll drill you right between the eyes. Now throw the gun over there. Like I said, this is just a social call. I never take a man down the pike without fair warning. You've had yours, Eddie. If you killed Ike Garson, it's you or me. Yeah?
Special delivery.
Pass it under.
Got a sign.
Pass that under, too. I'll sign it and send it back.
What's the matter, Mac? Got something catching?
Bedroom.
That's been slept in, but he ain't around.
There's no fire escape.
Well, he can't fly.
And I'll put a bullet in your skull.
Maybe you don't have a gun. Maybe you're just playing poker with me.
Draw poker, Capataz?
Don't forget, I got my friend here. He gonna sit in too.
I can count Capataz, and he's fresh out of bullets.
What's the difference? You're gonna kill us anyway.
I only want O'Shea.
I think you bluff. You ain't got a gun.
Try it.
You were asleep when we came here.
His clothes are in the bedroom. I bet she's in pajamas. He heard the bell, got up.
Picked up my gun and came to the door.
I think you bluff.
I think you repeat yourself. Here's the action. I count to 3. If the gun's still in your hand, I shoot. If it's on the bar and you're touching the ceiling, you can walk out of here. And you can tell O'Shea I'm coming for him.
You know, very smart. I could just stand here, wait till you count to 3, then turn around and cut you down.
That's in case I don't have a gun.
Yeah.
1. 2. All right, now move away from there, both of you.
You bluff. You didn't have a gun.
That's right. And you're holding a busted hand. Now get out of here before I hit you with my openers.
Feeling that you don't want to go. Darling, I love you, And I need you. But if you're not really happy about going, if you want us to stay, I'll cable them. I'll tell them that I've decided not to accept the appointment.
Oh, no, Paul, no.
We're not going because you're afraid, are we? Because of that incident the other night?
Incident? Paul, the man was trying to kill you.
Oh.
Do you believe there is nothing evil in the world, that everything and everybody is some kind of plaster saint?
No, Marla. But I do believe in the rhythms of time and of nature. It's nature that makes a man. And we have to accept that he's neither good nor bad, just as we have to accept that death is a necessary part of life. All we can do is try to understand this and never give up hope.
Oh, Paul. Paul.
I knew now that Marla had gone out of my life forever. I really knew it when I saw her get into the cab with her husband and leave for the airport. Now all that was left was to say goodbye to Larry.
I poured your goodbye drink, Jimmy.
I like it better than your reunion drink.
It's the bitters. Jimmy, you better stop walking around in the open. O'Shea's got every gun and shiv in this town looking for you. The riff is he's lost interest in Marla's husband until he takes care of you.
Yeah, that's one of O'Shea's big problems. He never could think of more than one thing at a time. What time have you got, Larry?
20 to 10.
Marla's plane takes off at 11. She should be on her way to the airport by now.
She's waiting in my office, Jimmy.
They let Paul alone.
I just managed to keep O'Shea off balance a couple of days. You said 48 hours, didn't you? Why aren't you at the airport?
I'm not going.
Did you tell that to Paul?
I told him I had some last-minute shopping to do.
At 10 o'clock? The store's closed at 5:30.
Well, he doesn't know about things like that.
Where is he now?
He's at the airport. I told him I'd meet him before they call the flight. Oh, Jimmy, I can't.
My car's out front. Take it.
No.
Marla, you don't love me. You love the things you think I stand for. I remind you of a way of life you left behind, and you think you must have it.
I know where I belong. I can't live in a dream world.
We all live in a dream world, Marla. You, me, Paul, everybody. My dream's a fast buck. A day that starts at midnight. A new dame at every bar.
No, this is not you, Jimmy. Not a man who's got the courage to push Eddie O'Shea around.
Courage? O'Shea? Oh, that's flash, Marla. A reputation. You thought I was doing it for you or your husband? No, baby, this caper is strictly for me. When I hit O'Shea, the word will go out. That's how a guy like me grows.
This is not you.
And I'll tell you something else, Marla. Your trouble is you don't know a good thing when you've got it. Oh, a guy that'll believe his wife when she tells him she's going shopping at 10 p.m. Oh, baby, you better hold on to him. Now beat it. Just leave the keys at the airline desk. If I make out okay with O'Shea, I'll pick the car up later. If not, it's only rented for the week anyway.
That's a great performance, Jimmy. I don't believe a word of it. I guess when you finally learn to love someone, you learn everything. You want me to go, or you wouldn't have tried to shock me and send me running out of here. All right, I'll go. But not because you fool me about yourself, but because I love you. And you want me to go whatever your reason is. Paul said it today. All we can ever do is try to understand.
You see, I don't have a gun.
Some people you can talk to and others you can only shoot.
O'Shea says he wants to talk a deal. He says this way you can both save face. He wants to tell you how Ike Garson got himself killed.
I keep my gun. Clear?
Sure, why not?
Don't listen to him.
Where do we meet?
The club? Where else?
The club, huh?
Relax. O'Shea told us to pick him up here.
Let him call a cab like it here. Come on, move it out.
Hey, Jimmy. You come this way, I'm gonna kill you. You go that way, he gonna kill you. Down there, that way. Down there is clear.
Capataz was a sitting duck, but I could take care of him later. First, I wanted to find out where O'Shea was hiding, because I knew he wouldn't be far away.
Hey, Jimmy, this is O'Shea. Glad you could make it. Sure, I killed Ike Garson. Capataz says you count shots. That's 8, right, Jimmy boy? But guess how many guns I got, Jimmy?
Jimmy, I never called the cops before in my life. But O'Shea wasn't going to make any kind of a deal. You knew that. You didn't have a chance. It's the first time in my life I ever called the cops. And you want to know something, Jimmy? I'm glad.
I owe you, Larry.
Thanks. My pleasure. Well, there goes the 11 o'clock plane to Rome in the Middle East.
Happy, darling?
I'm glad we're finally on our way.
I know you've been under a strain, Marla, but it seems there was no reason for you to worry at all. Inspector Greer called me to say goodbye. He also told me that O'Shea had been killed in some kind of vendetta with another hoodlum.
What about the other hoodlum?
It seems he isn't a hoodlum. He's an undercover policeman. And for some reason, the inspector insisted that I tell you about it. I suppose he just wanted to emphasize the needlessness of your concern for me.
The city was still the same. I could hear its voice throbbing in the night all around me. But I wasn't a part of it. Tonight, the tightrope was a lonely place to walk.